I'm Chris Untile. I'm a Zambian. Yeah, so I'm a Zambian. So I know most of you think I'm South African, but I'm not. I'm not. I am not South African. So let me just do this real quickly so that we don't get disturbed by notifications. So now I'm just going to explain. I'm just going to explain a few things that I understood from the videos that our mentor was teaching. You see that. So before I even go any further, what I can say, the only universal language I speak is English, because I'm Zambian. Yeah. So yeah. So for communication purposes, it's English. That's the universal. That's the only universal language I can speak. Yeah. So anyways, let's get to it because the video has to be 8 minutes or less. Yeah, that's what I want. So now the first thing you have to do that he mentioned was this: make sure you watch the videos every day. You go through the videos. You understand? Especially for psychology, start with one. For me, every morning I listen to the psychology video 3 times. Every morning, I make sure I listen to it. And the other thing is that you have to make sure that you take note of key. Don't just watch quickly for the sake of just watching. Watch, get pen and paper, write, or a book, buy a book. I've got books, I write. When I just hear a key point, I write it. I go and look at the charts, I mark the charts, I discover, okay, it's true, I come back, like that. And I'm still learning, I'm still growing, so that's what I can just say. So now the thing is, he mentioned to say for gold, it's the 5 minutes. He uses the 5 minutes and the 1 minute. So immediately mentioned that, I started using the 5 minutes and the 1 minute. I was like, definitely I have to use this combo. So for me, the time slot I'm going to use an example on is the time slot of 1 to 2 in the night. So you can see here, if I zoom in, let me just show you. If I zoom in right now, move this up here, so let me use the arrow here. It's 1, you see that 1, and here it's 2. So these are numbers on the time slot. They are numbers on the time slot. Now the number was showed on the, even I can just say the clock, you see that. So I woke up at 1 at night. I started observing. I waited until I saw a green line because I'm a buyer, mind you, I'm a buyer. So now what I did was waited for the 9. The 9 appeared. This is the 9 that is there. I was like, okay, the 9 has appeared. Now what do? I said, okay, I'll mark the low of the 9, because that's what our mentor does in most of videos. He marks the low, and then, keeping the chart clean. That's what I do. You see that? So now let me mark the low of the 9. You see? So now after I marked the low of the 9. Before all this happened, before all this move happened, let me show you. Before all this move, before this happened here, all this, I waited. I was just looking at the market. Mind you, this was 1. I was just looking at the market until this move happened between 3 and 4. 3 and 4. This move here. I waited. I just didn't start trading right there and then and just execute the trade like that. No, I waited. I will show you the screenshot of the trade. I have it. Just to show you proof that I took it. So now I waited for it. And then you can see the market swept liquidity at the below here. The market swept liquidity here, broke above here. So he said, the other key point that he said, wait for the market to retest twice. Now in the 5 minutes, you cannot see where the market will retest twice. It's difficult for you to see. No wonder he said use the 5 and the 1. So let me go to the 1. And I show you something here. Let me show you something here. Keep things simple. if the if you're using on the clock, if you're using 1 at night, wake up at 1 at night, wake up at 00, wake up, begin to observe the market. You see, don't sleep until your setup is met. So now you can see what has happened here. The blue line is representing the 9. I think let me just turn it so that it can be fully visible for everyone. So I'm also observing time. So if it reaches 8, I'm stopping, then I'll create another one. Yeah, so people can see this. So you see that the blue line is representing the law of the 9. You understand? The law of the 9. This blue line. Let me point it for the sake of others. This blue line I put. This is the law of the 9. This is M1. So I waited. The market broke above. I did enter here. No, I didn't. Why? I wanted to wait for a retest. 2 retests first for me to confirm. So the market went above here, came here. So some of you would rush, would enter. Quite alright, you would have made profit. Yes, but at times the market would come back down here. Sometimes that's why you are taken out and you are surprised. Why am I taken out? It's because you don't wait. And then I waited for the market. The market came back here. I didn't enter. I waited and said, let me wait for the second retest. The market went. I was not scared now the market will leave me. No. The market came back again and retested. You see that? It retested. After it retested, I marked the high here of this retest. The high, I marked it. The market came back again, did not break above here with a full body candle, but came back again, retested for the second time, and then came back, created a full body candle here. I entered. But for me, I entered down here because I entered right here, I think here. After the retest, I entered here because I knew this was the second retest. The market was about to go where? Up. But for a safe entry, you can just mark this high of the second retest here. The high, you mark here, and then wait for the full body candle here, and then you can enter. So if you entered here, you see, no drawdown, the market shot up. Let me show you. See. See. Let me just make another one.